Gran Turismo 7. What a beautiful game. A game where you can be an absolute Chad and win a race by going in reverse with a Toyota Tundra. Shout out to this channel, McSqueaky, by the way, with this masterful performance. I haven't really played this game in about 5 months, I'd say. Now what I mean by this is using my wheel on the game. I occasionally hop on just to grind some money for a car I find in the used dealership, and I would usually do so on controller. Now why haven't I used my wheel? Well, simply because I was too much of a lazy ass to change the connectors of the shifter and handbrake to use on console. On PC, using the USB connectors, I have a ton of games to play. If I want to play GT7, I have to use these different connectors to plug into this device. So when I really crave GT7 is when I would do so, and I was really craving some GT7. What I ended up getting was a slap in the face with how rusty I had gotten from not playing in a while. When I swapped my connectors, I booted the game and was pretty hype, because it had been a minute since I last played. That hype really didn't last long, but these godly rays giving me this illuminated glow remained. The first thing I ran into was my wheel not being registered. Well, it was, but not my connectors. So I immediately panicked when I noticed I had the switch set to PS3. Silly me, right? Well, putting it on PS4 didn't actually fix the problem. In fact, now the wheel entirely wasn't being recognized. Big panic. After I came to my senses, I figured since I had the Sparco wheel on, might as well use the one it came with. Still wasn't quite working. Until I pressed the PlayStation button. Crisis averted after a meltdown. So I got my OG drift car, as it was one of 2 options I had, and the other being a Mustang that I slapped together one day and built with controller for when I got back on my wheel. After trying to initiate my first drift, I felt like I had no idea what the fuck I was doing. It felt like back when I had first tried drifting, back when I jumped on for the very first time. This really put into perspective something I had mentioned in my last video about Live for Speed and Assetto Corsa having identical handling models and can be played between very easily. I had mentioned beamng took a little getting used to, but it wasn't bad, and CarX, well, took more getting used to. Being an arcadey game, it was manageable. Someone had left a comment on that video saying they couldn't drift on CarX on a wheel. So now, coming back to GT7, I know exactly what he's talking about. As GT7 throws all handling models out the window and feels like such a foreign concept. While I'm here, I wanted to mention, I don't know if it's just me, but it feels like there is a severe lack of a drifting community in GT7. And my suspicion is down to basically 2 reasons. One being because it's a console PlayStation exclusive game, and 2 being that the handling is so different compared to anything else. Assetto feels like the car does exactly what you expect it to do. GT7 doesn't feel like that. And I don't know if that's due to the fact that its physics are like built with controller in mind as well, and Assetto is built solely around a wheel. But the thing that I like about GT7 is that car RPG element. The thing I don't like is that where in other games I can do a little warming up to get back into the swing of it, GT7 did not feel like that at all. So I went around Willow Springs multiple times, since that track was familiar to me, to try to get back into the swing of things, and it just wasn't happening for a while. Also, I know it doesn't start counting points until you get to the starting line, but I like doing this beginning bit for the points that they don't keep track of. And that's the style points, babe. I kept trying to retune the car and retesting, and shit was still just not working. I thought, what the hell, might as well try the Mustang I built on controller with minimal tuning. And then I thought, what the hell again, when I was having an easier time drifting with that than the S13. So much so that it was already in my top 3 scores, and then again topped the scores on my second time taking it out after a new coat of paint later. Hold up. Bring that back. Change the view. Add some music. That's better. After coming back to GT7, it was made apparent that I really need to practice again. It would be nice if it actually came to PC like Polyphony said they were considering, but I feel that just won't be in the cards. So until then, I'll have to keep switching out these damn connectors. Yo, end of video, send off. I hope you enjoyed it, and I really appreciate you watching. As always, more to come, and I hope to see you in the next one. So with that, you have a good one, and until next time, take it easy.